And that, bro, that is why you fucked it up and you lost the girl. What is going on, guys? Welcome back another week to Firmly, as always on Saturday today. And before I continue with today's video and today's topic, I want to remind you that I'm selling all these pillows behind me from Nordic Sleep, because I'm actually probably gonna close the shop and I'm gonna be selling them as a really good discount, because I want to get rid of them and start something different and like more that it gives you a little bit more of freedom and not having to ship them, especially in the beginning, from where I live, because in e-com obviously you need to at some point get a 3PL that is able to ship the products from the factory till the end that customer can be you. And because of that, because of having a lower demand on the product and like having really low profit margins, it doesn't make so much sense to me to keep selling this product, because of the fact that I want to focus in something else, like for example focusing more on this channel and improving the content. So yeah, make sure you go to nordic-sleep.se in case you're interested in getting a memory foam pillow, in case you're obviously located in Sweden or in Denmark, and I'll ship you personally to you. So that being said, let's get straight into the video. The first reason why you fucked it up and you lost the girl is because she left you unseen. Because if you talk with the girl obviously, and like maybe you want to meet up, but you don't keep like a conversation, like having maybe like 2 or 3 messages in the beginning, and like just go straight to the point, like, hey, you look cool, you want to meet up. You know, if you go that direct, that straight, the girl, maybe she will think that, okay, she just wants to fuck me, or like she just wants to have sex with me and nothing else. Then probably the girl is not gonna be super interested in meeting, and like, you know, you need to send first like 2 or 3 messages before ending up and confirming that, hey, by the way, are you free Wednesday or Friday night, or Wednesday or Thursday night? So in that case, if you told her to meet that day or that other day and then she leaves you unseen, like it doesn't make so much sense to then maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after to talk to her again, you know, because the precedent and like the state that you established with that girl, it's gonna be from the beginning that she left you unseen. So you know, so she's gonna like kind of like start having more like power on when she decides to go out on a day with you, but it should be more equilibrated in the end of the day. So therefore, by asking her 2 or 3 times like before actually telling her to meet up, and not just like super direct, because if you tell her super direct after the second message, in most of the cases she's gonna leave you unseen, and that's basically what I wanted to say on this point. And therefore 2 or 3 messages and then asking her out. If she leaves you unseen, then just don't text her, and not even in 2 or 3 weeks, because the precedent is gonna be like she's gonna be more like the man, and the relationship in the male-female dynamic is not gonna be well established for you to have the control of the situation, and therefore for you having the control of the situation with that girl. The second is that you ask her out again, and that comes again from the first point, which is basically if you ask her, the girl, to go out, and then maybe after she doesn't answer, and maybe after, because maybe she's busy obviously, maybe like by her answering, hey, I cannot meet, but we can maybe work out all the days. But then again, if you ask her again another day, like maybe after 2 or 3 weeks or after a month, because she might be interested in meeting and she tells you to meet and she's okay with meeting that day, like either way, the kind of like state, it's already established from the beginning that she left you unseen, you know. And like in this situation, she's gonna have more like much more the power of deciding, and the balance is not gonna be equilibrated again, because of the fact that she did not get back to you when you asked her out 2 days, and maybe she was not free, or because of the fact that you first asked her out for a couple of days if she was available, and then she did not answer, which she should have done. Because that's something also that so many women sometimes they date just without any purpose, just for fun, you know. And this is like definitely a waste of time, and you need to realize that if a woman, maybe she wants to go out on a date with you, but she's not actually interested in doing something further, maybe she just wants you to buy her drinks, for example, which is something that, and we as men have to realize that this type of women should not be, anything should be invested, and any time and any money should be invested in this type of women. The third one is that you talked a lot and she did not barely talk, because I mean, it can happen that you're really excited about a project that you're doing, or like a new sport that you're doing, and then you want to obviously show to the girl the the situation, and that you're really excited about something new that you're doing, or a new project or a new business that you're starting. But from experience, I can say that this is not good. That is much better that the girl talks and explains stuff, and then that the man-women dynamic is more established as she explaining what she's doing, and keeping all your wins and all your stuff for yourself. Obviously, you need to talk about stuff that you have in common and stuff that you're doing, but don't be too excited. Don't be excited from the beginning, because the girl is gonna be thinking this guy doesn't have any other options, which maybe you do have other options, but what you're transmitting to the girl is that you're really excited to meet up with her and you have nothing else going on in your life, and therefore she's gonna lose interest in you. And the 4 is that you go out for the kiss, but maybe it's a bit forced, maybe it's like in the end of the date, right when she's leaving, when it obviously should be more like maybe 5-10 minutes before the date ends, like before she definitely leaves, because I believe that's the perfect moment on when something is happening. Obviously, if you're dating that person, if it's like the first date or second date even, but yeah, most of the cases first date, but going for the kiss more when it's in towards the end, it's gonna kind of like break more the balance and it's gonna be forced, and then maybe she sends you a message of like confirmation, like okay, everything went good, but the power is much more in her. She's the one that she has the full decision on either if she's gonna go out with you or not. Maybe she's the one that goes a lot to bars and goes out a lot, and you're more like focused in in what it really matters and not dating a lot of women and fucking with a lot of women. And maybe she does, she's in dating apps and actively dating so many people, and obviously this is, if you want to put your time in something more valuable, in something more like in your job or in your side hustle or doing sport, and then not going out hunting and chasing women and going a lot of dates with different girls. If you're not doing that and she's doing that and you're conscious about that, probably it's not the best fit, because then you're literally giving her the full power because of the dynamic, how it's going to be established, the dynamic in the relationship. And at the end of the day, it's not the same type of lifestyle. If you go out a lot drinking and partying and she doesn't, or she goes out a lot drinking and partying and meeting a lot of people, and you don't, either you tell her from the beginning like, hey, I don't like that you're doing, or I think we're really different when it comes to that, and therefore it is important to establish it from the beginning, either if it hurts because of the fact that you don't want to lose time for her, because in the end of the day you don't want to lose time of your life dating someone that doesn't have the same lifestyle and that is not fully invested into you or like fully interested in you. And therefore you also don't want to lose time with that girl if she just wants to go out partying and drinking and meeting thousands of people, and this is not, so therefore it's important to establish that from the beginning. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe here to Firmly Talking in case you haven't done that yet, and up here to see my last upload on the channel, which was last week in Poland, doing a super cool activity which marked and teach me a lot of stuff. Stay firmly.